The color Gray Mist, the company Benjamin Moore. This is Hue Review, so let's review. I'm gonna review this paint color like I do every paint color. At least that's what we're trying to do. Hue Review is the premier color review show where I try and give you my take on essentially every main paint company's colors, and I'm doing it one video at a time. So if you want to stick around with me and see if I can get through all of them before I retire, then hit that subscribe button and share this with your friends. Press that like button if you like your first impression of me. If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. So the way I like to review colors is with the 3 V's. I give you the vibe of the color, essentially the things you need to know about it. I tell you how versatile it is, whether you're working on an interior or an exterior project. And then finally, I'll give you my verdict. How would I use this color and would I actually use it in my own home? So let's get right into it. Gray Mist. What is this color all about? What's the vibe? Well, I'll tell you what the vibe is. This is a grayish. And if you don't know what that word means, I don't even know if it's in the dictionary yet. Probably by now it is. It's a combination of gray and beige. Essentially, that makes it a neutral paint color that is very soft, subtle, and subdued. The nice part about that is it's not going to be too polarizing and just clash with everything because it's just so bold in its coloration. It's quite the opposite. It's a very mellowed out color. And because it has both gray and beige combined, you're sort of bridging the gap between those more gray-leaning, contemporary-feeling, slightly cooler-leaning color schemes, or the more beige side of things, which is warmer, and you have browns and tans. So really, it's transitional in nature, and that's why they're very, very popular and still remain so today, at least to me. So Gray Mist specifically is a lighter neutral. And we know this because we can look at the LRV on the Benjamin Moore website, which is a 0 to 100 lightness score. That's kind of the easiest way to think about it. Roughly 70 to 73% of the light that hits it will be reflected back out, and that means it's going to feel like a lighter color. Of course, the benefits of this is your room will feel brighter because more light is being reflected back out into the space. But some of the drawbacks of light colors is the lighter they go, the less you can actually see the color, because there's, less colorant in it. There's a variety of reasons, but I find 72, 73 to be a decent place in terms of not feeling too light, although it is kind of on the lighter side of things, I would say, and definitely not too dark in any circumstance, really, unless you're just obsessed with bright whites. Then anything that isn't white will look dark. Now, Gray Mist is one of those colors that I feel like gets forgotten about, even though it seems like it would be one of the more popular paint colors by Benjamin Moore. It is one of those tried and true grayish colors, more so, I would say, on the beige side of things, if I had to pick one or the other. There is a little more noticeable warmth in Gray Mist than, let's say, classic gray, which is almost more of a taupey sort of warmth where it's more brown leaning in nature. But Gray Mist definitely has a little bit more of that golden leaning beige that I think just gives it some nice character. Now, what can sometimes happen when there's gray and yellowy beige mixed together, especially that yellowy aspect, you can sometimes see a bit of a green undertone, but in Gray Mist's case, I think it's a pleasant undertone personally, and there is enough of it where it won't feel totally vague and ambiguous. Looking at you, Dune White. Dune White, come on. The way these undertones present themselves will vary from project to project, from house to house, from day to night. So the best way to decipher all of that is to test this color in your home before you use it. Before you buy a big can of paint or a bunch of them, get a tiny little tester pot first. Test it out and see how it is. Do I need to make a video on how to test colors properly? Let me know in the comment section below if you think that'll be useful. Okay, so let's talk about the versatility. I devoted a whole section to versatility in these videos because I think it's super important to at least consider. If you're painting your home, it's always better to at least know that your color can work with other colors or different situations. The higher the versatility, the more flexibility, the more outs you have in the future if you want to change things up in one part of your home, but you used Gray Mist in the bulk of your home, well, guess what? You're okay, because Gray Mist actually has high versatility on the interior side of things. This is a very flexible, adjustable color because of the fact that it does sort of play both sides of cool and warm pretty perfectly, and its undertones are there, but they're very subtle. It's less likely to clash other more prominent colors that have some richness to it. Where you can sometimes run into a few issues with Gray Mist is if you incorporate it with a bunch of other lighter neutral colors that maybe are slightly off. It's kind of like one of those AI pictures where it looks real until you look at the fingers and then you're like, okay, that's a little weird. It's some uncanny valley stuff happening there. My recommendation is if you're going to pair gray mist with other colors yourself, just try and have a noticeable difference either in depth or in hue, and then you'll be fine in a lot of cases. Knock on wood. But if you need help putting colors with gray mist, or any color for that matter, we do offer a new service called Custom Palette Pyramids, where depending on your project size, whether you need 3 colors, 6 colors, 9 colors, we can craft custom palette pyramids for you, arranged in a nice triangular fashion. If you haven't seen one of our palette pyramid videos yet, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But essentially, it's a color palette that tells you not where to use them, but how to use them. So it empowers you to learn how these colors are selected and how you can utilize them yourself. Link in the description down below if you think that would be a helpful service for you. I love doing them, so let me know. But let's get into the exterior side of things, because I know some people, hey, getting warmer out here at the time of recording in my place of residence. Exterior painting is becoming more common, and I think gray mist has a high versatility on the exterior side of things. If you're looking for a lighter color, either as a light main body color or a trim color for a much darker color pairing, I think gray mist is a wonderful choice. And it's just because it goes back to that flexible nature of being a neutral, of being a grayish. Super, super versatile, can be used in a variety of different styles, on a variety of different house types. I think gray mist has a lot going for it, honestly. Okay, so what's the verdict? How would I use this color? Well, I'll tell you how. On the palette pyramid, gray mist goes straight to the top of the palette pyramid. It is main color caliber, main color worthy. I think this is a color that you can use as the predominant color inside your home or even outside if you really wanted to. It's not going to feel too dark and overwhelming for a hallway. It has enough coloration where even in the rooms that get quite a bit of light, you'll still actually notice it as a wall color, not as an off-white that just gets washed out. There is enough body within this color that I think is important. And its green undertone is super subtle and really is just a reflection of the fact that it is a mixture of warm and cool. It has this lovely duality to it that just goes with a number of different design styles, floor types, lighting conditions. It's a good color. So that's how I'd use this color. But would I? Oh yeah. For sure I would. Even though gray is sort of, not as popular as it once was, or at least widely used on like everything, I think gray mist definitely fits the bill for a good color to use today. It has enough warmth, which is nice because I tend to gravitate towards the warmer colors, generally speaking. But at the end of the day, I just think it's a wonderful neutral canvas color that it's just gonna do its job. It's just one of those reliable colors you can throw on a wall in a room and it's just gonna chill in the background and be cute. And on that note, that's a review. So if you want me to craft a palette pyramid utilizing gray mist as one of the colors, let me know in the comment section down below and we have another video right over here for you.